We've taken our kids camping a few times now, and every single trip, without fail, we learn something new, usually the hard way. Hi, my name's Karma. I'm a 40-ish-year-old working mum of two, and I live in Tasmania. Today, I want to share the things that have actually made a difference to our family camping adventures. The stuff that took us from chaotic first-timers to slightly less chaotic regulars. These are real lessons from real trips around Tassie, and I'm giving you the honest version. Let's go! Our first few trips, we packed for every possible scenario. We took way too many clothes for everyone, and then when we'd get there, we'd never be able to find anything because the bags would be too stuffed full. What we actually needed to think about harder was food. Not more food, just organising our food smarter. Meals that we can cook in one pot, things that the kids will eat and eat quickly when they're cold and tired, and snacks. All the snacks. So many snacks. The gear list gets shorter every trip, and the meal plan gets better every trip. Another thing that we've really noticed is that I always take things to do for me, thinking that I'm going to read a book or I'm going to do some of my other hobbies, like take some thread to make friendship bracelets, but I never get that time. Camping is busy and the kids need attention. It's still good to have a book in that for that 3 minutes of the day that I can actually sit down and read my book, but I don't get as much time as I would like to. I spent the first few trips doing everything, setting up the tent, getting the fire going when we can have a campfire, which isn't all that often in Tasmania, making the food, and while the kids waited. Then one trip, I just started giving them jobs. They were fine, better than fine actually. They feel useful and they enjoy being part of everything that we're doing. Give them a real job, not a pretend job, and see what happens. Like, I'll distribute the tent pegs and get them to start putting the tent pegs in the corners, or ask them to find some of the things that we need for cooking out of the esky or out of the other food bags, and they really like to be part of what we're up to. Tasmania's beaches and bush are great playgrounds for kids. The rock pools alone can keep them busy for 2 hours. Or last time we went camping, they decided to find a cubby in the bushes, and they were happy playing in their cubby, in their bush hut, for an hour. It was great. Or looking for shells. They love to look for shells at the beach. Just let them go. You can keep an eye on them and just let them play their games and have their fun. The drive is part of the trip. We used to treat the drive as something to get through, a necessary inconvenience between home and getting to where we're going. 2 hours in the car with kids who need snacks every 20 minutes is no one's idea of fun. But here's the thing about driving in Tassie. It's actually beautiful. Like, pull over and take a photo beautiful. And sometimes I even do that. Once we started treating the drive as part of the adventure instead of the warm-up act, everything shifted. We stop when we want to, and we take the longer road if it goes past something worth seeing. The trip starts when we leave the driveway, not when we arrive at our destination. Tassie weather isn't a reason to stay home. People who don't live here think Tasmanian weather is unpredictable and miserable. It is sometimes. People who do live here know it's unpredictable and spectacular. We've had trips where it's rained for a whole morning and then cleared to the most perfect afternoon you've ever seen. We've had nights that were cold enough to make us question our life choices, and mornings that made it completely worth it. The lesson: pack for the weather, not against it. Good rain gear, warm layers, waterproof for the kids, and stop checking the forecast obsessively. We still do. Find your spot early or have a backup. There's nothing worse than arriving at a campsite after a 2-hour drive with 2 tired kids and finding it full, or finding that the campsite on the map is actually just a patch of gravel next to someone else's van. Tasmania has incredible free and low-cost camping, but the good spots get taken, especially in summer, especially on long weekends, and during school holidays. We now always have a first choice and a backup. Sometimes the backup turns out to be better anyway, but never again are we driving around at 5 PM in fading light trying to find somewhere to put a tent. We normally try to get to our campsite before 2 o'clock in the afternoon so that hopefully we're earlier and we can beat the rush of after school, and then also we can get set up before everyone else gets there. The best trips aren't the ones that go perfectly. Our most talked about trips as a family are never the ones where everything went to plan. They're the ones where something went sideways and we figured it out anyway. The trip where it rained and we ended up playing cards in the tent and somehow it became such a memorable weekend. The time we took a wrong turn and found a beach that wasn't on the map. And the fire that we couldn't get started because all of the wood that we picked up was wet. The imperfect trips are the ones the kids will actually remember. Everything else is just logistics. It takes longer than you think to unpack your gear when you get home. We last went camping over the last weekend. It's now Friday, and only today am I able to air out the tent and get it ready for next time because it's been rainy every day this week. It also took me until Tuesday to get all of our camping kitchen boxes washed up and then put back together and make sure that we refill things like paper towel and make sure we've got enough salt and flour and that kind of thing in our camping boxes ready for next time. So just make sure that you're prepared for the extra time allocation that you're going to need to clean up after you go camping. So that's 7 things that genuinely changed how we camp as a family. None of them cost anything. Most of them just required us to get out of our own way and actually enjoy it. If you're thinking about taking your family camping in Tasmania, do it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to happen. Drop your best or worst camping moment in the comments. I want to know I'm not the only one who's shown up to a campsite at dusk with no firewood and a hungry family. If this was useful, subscribe and do all the YouTube things, and I'll see you in the next one. Until next time.